Hello, it is your lead ambassador for Viya Health, Lindy, over here, and I am so excited to tell you guys about Viya. I realized I've been doing so much content for them and so much content for you guys to kind of just tailor information to your needs, your sexual needs. And I'm very excited to kind of tell you a bit more about who Viya Health is and why you should give them a follow. So Viya Health is basically a digital platform that makes tailor-made information for sexual health for mainly women, but men definitely benefit off it too, even if it's as a secondary. And they have 4 really important pillars that they focus on, and I'm just going to give you a bit of an overview as to why those pillars are important, how they may inform your life, and again, why you should give them a follow. So the first pillar is your menstrual health. So obviously as a woman, your menstrual health affects you in so many different ways: physical, psychological, and most importantly, social. And there's a lot of stigma attached to being on your period, but Viya basically creates a safe space, one for you to get the information that you need to ensure that your menstrual cycle or your menstrual health is a top priority, but also kind of gives you a platform to speak on any questions you may have, things that you may have as concerns, and they kind of just make you feel a little bit better by providing you with that information and the extra support that you'll need. Then for menstrual planning or menstrual health, we have self-love and self-care. Self-love and self-care is obviously very important. There's so many different ways to self-care or ways to self-love, and you can get all of this information on the internet. However, when it comes to illness, sexual illness and dysfunction, there's again a lot of stigma attached. So Viya basically gives you the information that you need to ensure that you are either preventing or avoiding sexual illness and dysfunction, or how to care for yourself and love yourself once you actually may be encountering a situation of sexual illness or sexual dysfunction. The third pillar is pleasure, one thing that I am quite well versed in, something I love to talk about because I feel like the pleasure is definitely, it affects all areas of your life. Whether you don't have it or you have too much of it or you have a lot of it, whatever the case may be, pleasure is vital to just an overall healthy lifestyle. But unfortunately, over the years, pleasure has been synonymous with men and their needs, but when it comes to women, we have been policed and silenced, and as a result, there's a lot of shame attached to anything surrounding pleasure. So Viya Health basically wants to remove that, and I know I have done quite a good job at, just giving you the information you need as a woman to make sure that you are thinking of pleasure in a healthy way, are thinking of pleasure and making it a priority for you, but again, making sure that you have the tools, the right language, the right, anything that you need to kind of make sure that the pleasure is healthy. Now, the last pillar, which I think is quite important, and it's something that I want to speak about from a personal perspective, is family planning. There are so many ways to protect yourself. There are so many ways to protect yourself from having children. Obviously, STIs and STDs would require condoms, but there are IUDs, there are patches, there's pills, there's the injection, there's the pull-out method, which I wouldn't recommend. But there are so many different ways that you can protect yourself from getting pregnant, and the one way that Viya kind of opened my eyes up to the protection that I'm currently using is the IUD. So if you guys haven't, which I know you probably have because you're great supporters, you guys should check out my first video where I'm talking about wanting to get the IUD and all the different myths and just the negativity that I've heard about it. And then the second video is me actually going to get it inserted and kind of debunking those myths. And then this is just to give you a bit of a catch up to let you guys know what I've experienced. So I got the IUD inserted. It's been 3 months now, 3 months out of 10 years, because the IUD lasts for 10 years. It is a non-hormonal copper IUD, which means basically I'm not really putting any chemicals or any substances in my body to alter my hormonal cycle. It is purely just based on the copper ions that get released that kind of make the environment for the sperm a very toxic, crazy one, and then the sperm either changes direction or it gets chaotic and it does not fertilize the egg. So that is the purpose of the non-hormonal copper IUD, and that's what I've got. I did say that you would get really, really heavy periods. It's fuck. After 3 months, I feel like I'm definitely using more tampons, more pads, less tampons purely based on the fact that my period pains are significantly worse. So it will make your period pains worse, but it eventually stops after 6 months. So I am currently, like I said, in month 3, and the period pains they were worse in month 1, and they've slowly started to reduce. It's bearable now. Some moments are a little bit more painful than others, but I'm still able to like manage them. So those are the only side effects that I would say that I've really experienced. Again, because it's non-hormonal, it didn't really affect my mood. I haven't put on any extra weight. I wish I could have lost some, but that's a story for another day. But overall, it was just the period pains and the heavier period that I have experienced. Like I said, with the insertion, it was a quick 10-minute, like, you know, a little bit of discomfort, not pain. There was no bleeding afterwards, but so far I'm so happy because I can guarantee that it definitely works because I'm not pregnant. So yeah, that's basically just my experience with it. I would definitely recommend it. The doctor that I went to, the gynae that I went to, is amazing. She's also on Viya's platform as a specialist or a practitioner that you can have access to. But yeah, very overall, Viya Health has just kind of given me more of a challenge to understanding myself, to getting more information that I'm sharing with you guys. Obviously, this is my job, but there's just so much that I've learned based on the topics that, you know, they've asked me to speak on, and all the extra research that I've had to do to ensure I'm giving you guys responsible information. So give their pages a follow. Like I said, I will provide all of the information somewhere on the screen, as well as in my description box, and yeah, you guys can go and check them out. See you in the next video.